Hello, I talk with Richie. How are you doing? Thank you so much for coming to my LS today. I hope you're good. I'm just going to quickly share myself out before I forget. I talk with Richie. How are you doing? I am good. Fine, thank you. Hey, everyday matters. I'm coming. I'm just trying to share myself out. Oh, Adesi Osawe TV. Wow. How are you, my sister? How are you doing today? Good to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming so we can kick the ball rolling. I was sharing myself. Oh, everyday matters. Can you can you hear your friend now? I talk with Tucci. EM, thank God I'm here before you. So so you came before everyday matters. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. Thank you so much. I cannot take the love for granted. I really appreciate. I dare say Osawe TV, good to see you, ma. I was just even having a discussion with Everyday Matters. I'm like, I haven't seen you for such a long time. And there you are. You just good to have you here. How is everyone doing? 5 amazing people watching. Thank you so much. 6 thumbs up. Thank you so much, everyone. I really appreciate your support. I'm not going to take this for granted. Oh, Everyday Matters, liked and share. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. We're in this together. You know yourself, anyways. Thank you so much, everyone. So, how are we all doing before we jump to today's topic? How are we all doing today? Hope we're good. How's our weekend been? I hope we're all keeping safe. Please let us continue to keep safe. It's really very important. The pandemic is real. The pandemic is real. Anna Beta. Hi, sister. May I have your contact number for someone to contact you as a matter of urgency? Thanks, Anna. Okay. Anna Beta, what's this in relation to? You know, the person that is looking for my contact number, what's this in relation to? You can get me on Instagram, okay? I'm on Instagram, so they can contact me on Instagram or a Facebook page. I have a Facebook page, Bright Stars. Okay, Everyday Matters. You can type my Instagram account as well. So if the person want to check me out, okay. Just in relation to contact, giving out contact, I'm very careful when it comes to giving contact. Okay. So Annabetta, where are you messaging from? And hope everything is okay. Hi, Mama Nibo. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you so much. Annabetta says Limerick. Really? Whereabouts in Limerick? Because that name, I haven't heard of that name before. So you can contact me on Instagram anyway. So if there's any discussion. And what is it in relation to? Anna Beta, what's this in relation? Castle Troy, okay? So what's this in relation to that you said someone want to contact me as a matter of urgency? If I may ask, please. Just give me a little, just brief me about what this is all about. Hi, Nibo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate 5 amazing people in the building, 7 thumbs up. I really appreciate you all. I hope we're all keeping well and safe. Like I said earlier, the pandemic is real, is real, is real. Let us not joke with this, okay? We can't afford to joke with it, okay? So let's continue to stay safe wherever country that we are. The social measures, the health and safety measures that they've given to us, please let us follow. Okay, let us follow the precautions that they've given to us. Let's not take this for granted. Okay, so Anna Beta, that's my Instagram account. Okay, so Everyday Matters. Just if you want to contact me on Instagram in relation to what this is all about, we can discuss on it. Okay, so like I was saying before, this is real. Let us not take this for granted. The pandemic is there, and so whatever they've asked us to do, the most important thing, the social distancing is very important. Okay, so Anna Beta, catch me on Instagram, okay? We can discuss more. Okay, so like I was saying earlier, it's really important, social distancing. We need to maintain social distancing. Let's not joke with this, because I've seen some people, oh, this is not real. A lot of people have been affected by this. A lot of people have been affected by what's going on in the world. So let's not play with it. Let's not joke with it. And it's just the grace of God that we are still alive, okay? For us to be alive today is the grace of God. And we should not take it for granted. Don't just say, oh, you don't believe this pandemic is real, and we go about doing our own thing. So it's really important. Social distancing. Let us maintain social distancing. We should not be where there is crowd. For now, anything that has to do with crowd, we should stay away from anything that has to do with crowd, okay? Even though we're going shopping, you need to go somewhere, use your face mask, okay? It is very important. Let's not take this for granted, because you don't know who is who. You go around the street, you're meeting people. So it's really important that we keep ourselves safe. So Everyday Matters is saying, what about church? Like, in the country that I am now, from last week again, the law has changed. I'm based in Ireland, for some of you that you don't know. So the law has changed because things are increasing. The COVID-19 cases has increased here in my country. So from last week now, churches have been closed for 3 weeks again. So they closed the churches, but the people that can go to churches are the ones that are recording. So people, they have to watch online. Other church members, we have to watch online for the next 3 weeks. So, but if you're the pastor, if you're a singer, people that have 1 or 2 things to do in the church, they are still going. But every other people have to stay at home. They said for 3 weeks, and it's going to be reviewed after 3 weeks. But while I was coming back from work today, I was listening to the radio. They are saying that some of these health officials recommend that we should have another 6 weeks lockdown. Okay, Adesa Osawe TV saying churches are also maintaining social distancing here in UK, which is very good. It's very important. Yeah, so that's it. I know you're shocked. So what, like the health officials, I was listening to the radio while I was coming from work. They said they recommend in this country another 6 weeks lockdown to be able to curb this thing, because the way it is, they said it's increasing now. So that was why last week here in my country, Ireland, another law again for the next 3 weeks. It's only essential workers that's to go to work. Children are still going to school. But everybody else, like the country that I am now, like for example, if you're in Dublin, for now, you can't say you're crossing the border, you want to go and see somebody in Cork, or you want to see somebody in Limerick. It's not allowed for the next 3 weeks because the cases are increasing. And they mentioned 3 of the county here in Ireland that the cases are increasing every day. So it's really very important. I said I should just share this before we go into today's topic. So let us be careful. And the thing with this thing is, you won't even know. The symptoms, they just said it's only cough. But if somebody is coughing now, you won't even know. So it's really important. Some might not even cough. And they said something that it takes 14 days before the symptoms. And they said some people might not even show these symptoms. There was somewhere that I read that some people don't show the symptoms and they have it. So it's really very important. Let's not joke with it. It's not gone yet. So there's a thing going on the radio, like this country that I am, the news that it's not gone. Yeah, some people are asthmatic. Yes, they don't show the symptoms, but they have it. So it's really important. They just said I share this. It's very important. Like here in the country that I am now, end of the month, the children are supposed to go on break for 1 week. So they are still debating that maybe they should increase it to 2 weeks, just to be able to curb these things, that at least the children will stay at home for another 1 week. But it's a thing that is still going on in the news. So let's be conversant with the news. It's really important. It's not for some of us, like I don't really like listening to the news, but now because of this pandemic, you have to be listening to the news to get to know what's going on. Even if you don't like listening to the news on your phone, you can download, the news in your country, like you can read the news. What is the news saying? So it's still there. Let's not joke with it. It's really very important. Okay. So like I said earlier, it's people that have these things that happen to their family. They can tell the story that is real. Some people still believe that it's not real. So it's very important. Like here in the country that I am now, like universities, everything has to be online now. Nobody is going into the classroom except for the primary school, the crashes, and then the PLC courses. Even the PLC courses, they don't go into classes from Monday to Sunday, Friday now, rather. So it's like 2 days, they do only 2 days. So they try to compress everything into 2 days, and the remaining 3 days, they're at home studying. So it's really important. Let's just take note of this. And we're praying, we're believing that this will be over. But in the meantime, let's just, keep safe. Oh, Mana TV channel. Hi, Mana TV channel. Thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate you. Thank you. How are you doing? I hope you're good. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. This is LES Matters. Mana TV. I think you you missed myself and Everyday Matters. You always miss us up. So I am LES Matters TV. She's Everyday Matters. Okay, I'm good. Thank you. And you? Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. Thank you for coming. Okay, so now let's jump straight into today's topic. Like you all know, I always have my notes. Okay, so I always have my notes. So today's topic is going to be an interesting topic, and I want everyone to contribute. I just don't want to be the only one talking. I want to hear your views. So, what are your opinions? Okay, what do you think? Okay, so it's going to be, we're doing it together. Okay, it's a joint effort here. So, before you came in, you saw the topic, ways to teach children social etiquette. Okay, so we are going to be looking at what ways we can go about teaching children social etiquette. And I'm not only focusing on children from birth to 6 years now. I'm focusing on, our children from birth to 17, whatever. So for some of you that you have children, so it's just focusing on how we can teach our children social etiquette. And it is not too late, okay? Even though it's really important that we start from early years, which is from birth to 6 years, because the period from birth to 6 years is a crucial period in the lives of the child. That's the time Nibo's word every day matters is just listening. Evening, mama. Okay, that's fine, Nibo mama. Thank you so much. At least for you coming, I really appreciate. And this is one thing that I used to say, I don't take this for granted. For people to come, you might have decided you're not coming to me, you want to go somewhere else. For you to come here to come here and stay with me, I really appreciate you. And I'm not going to take this for granted. Your support really goes a long way. So like I was saying, in relation to teaching children social etiquette, it's really important that we start from birth to 6 years, because the period from birth to 6 years is a crucial period in the lives of those children. That's the time they're trying to find out about themselves. That's the time they're learning skills. That's the time they're observing people around them. That's the time they're observing what their parents are doing. That's the time they're watching what their siblings are doing. That's the time they try to find out about themselves. Okay, so it's really important that all those skills we start from birth to 6 years, we catch them young. But even though if you've not started from that to 6 years, it's not too late, okay? It's not too late to teach children social etiquette. The reason why I said it's not too late is because this is the skills that these children will be needing throughout their lifespan, okay? It's really important because when we talk about social etiquette, it's what is needed in the community. Okay, these are the skills, these are the things that is expected of us. Okay, and it's really important as parents, okay, as teachers, that we have to instill these skills to children. We have to cultivate the habit of, letting children to develop these skills. Okay, so before I start, I'm going to give you the definition of social etiquette. Okay, for some of you that you might be wondering, what is social etiquette? What am I on about in relation to social etiquette? So, social etiquette has to do with teaching children how to behave well in the society. Okay, so in relation to social etiquette, it's teaching children how to behave in the society, it's teaching children social norms. Okay, another word for social etiquette is social norms. Okay, when we talk about norms, norms is the way that people behave in a particular community. Okay, so social etiquette has to do with teaching children how to behave in the society, teaching children acceptable behavior in the society. I want you to know that in the society, there are some behaviors that are acceptable, there are some behavior that are not acceptable in the community. So, but what we're talking about here today is teaching our children, okay? If you're a parent, teaching our children the behavior that is expected of them, the acceptable behavior in the community. Or if you're a teacher, is teaching your children in your classroom the social behavior that is expected of them in the community, okay? And it's really important. Sometimes when we look at it, children generally learn from people around them. Oh, Sharon and the family. Hey, Sharon. Sharon, how are you? Thank you so much for coming today. I really appreciate. And congratulations to you, Sharon. I was at a hairless today and I saw your comments in relation to one of your video, the hair one. Congratulations, Sharon. More to come. Just keep up the good work. Thank you, Sharon. Like and share. I always trust you. Before I even say share, you always like and share. I talk with Richie is at the background. No problem. I talk with Richie. Not just being at the background, I would like you to contribute as well. So when it gets to the time that you have to contribute, I would be willing to take your contribution. Sharon and the family saying thank you so much. No problem, Sharon. No problem. It's really important that we encourage ourselves when we see people that are doing well. We should encourage them. Oh, some kitchen and lifestyle. Thank you so much. Some chicken and I said chicken. Some kitchen and lifestyle. How are you doing today? Thank you so much. I only met you last week, I think. And thank you so much for coming here to support me. Please do well to thumbs up for the host. As you are coming, thumbs up for the host. Everyday matter says something. I've 8 amazing people in the building. Shannon and the family says, "Are you hungry?" I'm not. I'm not hungry. But it's just the name, some kitchen and lifestyle. So the chicken. I'm not hungry. I actually ate chicken yesterday. I'm telling you something. So, like I was saying before, in relation to social etiquette, it's teaching children social norms, okay? It's teaching children how to behave. It says, we send you some chicken. I don't mind. Because it's true, your channel is all about food. So I don't I don't mind. So like I was saying earlier, social norms is all about teaching children the rules in the community, acceptable rules in the community, letting children know that there are some ways that they have to behave in the community and there are some ways that they cannot behave in the community. Okay? And it's really important. Like every of my saying, it starts from we as the adult, it starts from you watching, it starts from me as well. Okay, and children are generally conform in a way that they pick things from their community. Okay, they tend to watch people. Sometimes you see children, they are so quiet, they are observing what is going on in that community, they're observing what is going on in that environment, and you see them, they tend to behave like everyone in that community. That's just it. I'm just going to quickly cite an example. Okay, like for example, in the community, you have a child grew up. How come you see children, sometimes they say words that they are not supposed to say? So where did they pick those words from? You as a parent, you never said those words from them, but to them, but they pick it up from what they see. Mirabel Family TV. Hi, Mirabel Family TV. Thank you so much for coming today. How are you doing? I really appreciate you coming to support me. Please do well to thumbs up for the host. Thank you, everyone. My thumbs up just went up. Thank you, 8 amazing people watching. I really appreciate you all. I'm never going to take this for granted. So, like I was saying earlier, how come you see children, they just pick up language from people around them? Generally, you see some children say words, and you'll be wondering, like, if you are as a parent, you never said those words to those children, you'll be wondering, where did you hear this language from? Where did you pick it up from? It's from the things that they see. Okay, it's from people around them. So it is really important that we need to expose our children to positive things. We need to expose them to things that will influence their life positively. Okay, it's in two ways. It's either positively or negatively. So it's really important that we make sure that we surround our children with things that will influence their life positively. Okay. Omiabe Family TV says, liked and share. Thank you so much, ma. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much for all your support. I am not going to take this for granted. So it's really important. The way we behave, it will influence in our children's life either positively or negatively. I want you to take note of this, please. The way we behave as adults, okay, or as parents, it tends to influence our children's life positively or negatively. So it's really important. I'm going to cite an example. For example, I know this. Oh, Henry Ogedengbe, thank you so much, sir. Everyday matters. I know how to catch you. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. Came last week and you're here today again. I really appreciate. I'm not taking this for granted. So, like I was saying before, I know this doesn't really happen in the diaspora, but sometimes it happens. Like as a parent, you're telling your children, you're saying, oh, it's not good to lie. You don't want them to lie. You like them to tell the truth. And maybe somebody calls, maybe the land phone is ringing. Somebody calls and they say, oh, they want to speak to mommy. And then you say to the child, tell them your mom is not at home. Tell them your mom is not at home. Indirectly, you're teaching the child. You didn't say it to the child. You're saying it to the child, don't lie. But indirectly, you're saying to the child, it's okay to lie. Because, so like I said, that's why I said it's really important that every day we should make sure that we're positive role models to these children. We have their family TV. Why are you laughing? I think I'm making sense. This one you're laughing. So, it's really important. We just have to be mindful of, Nibo's what? Say Sharon and family boo. So, okay, welcome. Good to see you. So, we just have to be mindful of what we do. We just have to be conscious all the time. It's really important as parents. We just have to be conscious. Oh, I'm a role model. Some kitchen and lifestyle says yes, so much sense. I'm telling you, my sis, you have to be very careful. I'm going to use myself as an example. I will cite an example. Long time ago, before, if I want to, like my children, if my children want me to do things for them, or I say, you are making a lot of sense. Thank you, brother, family TV. My children, maybe they want something, and then I will say it to them, I will get it for them, I will get it for them. And then there was one time we had the discussion, and they told me, they said, I got to realize that I'm making promises. And sometimes some of these things that I'm saying to this children, because they are doing something or because I'm doing something, I just want to distract them. I will say to them, don't worry, I will get it for you. But coming to realize, I sat down one time, I was like, you can't be doing this to these kids because they'll be looking forward to you. Oh, like for example, I will say to them, oh, don't worry, I'll buy you this. I won't end up, mothers now, parents were guilty of this. You tell your children, don't worry, I'll buy it next week. Between now and next week, they will forget, they will remind you. But now I don't do that anymore. If they ask me to buy them something, I always say to them, I will see. So for me to say I will see, it means that I'm not giving them 100% answer. So it means I might not. So it's really important, little ways. Let's not take this for granted. It's really very important. Like for children as well, in relation to social etiquette, you're telling them, you're promising them, oh, you're going to do this just to distract them. and you don't end up doing it for them, they are going to grow up with that perception. It's in relation to keeping promise. They're going to go up with that perception that sometimes you make promise, you can't fulfill that promise. So I just want us to look at little ways that we can make amends. And like I always say, I'm not perfect. I'm learning myself. Don't just think, oh, early years matters, TV knows it all. No, I'm still learning myself. I'm learning to become a better mother myself. So it's really important. Let's take note. Okay, so it's like I said earlier, it has to start from us as the adults. Okay, it starts from us. We have to make sure that we're positive role models. Remember, families say sometimes kids will even say, "Mommy, you have been promising and you never fulfill." I'm telling you, and naturally it will flow. And one thing I want you to know in relation to what Mirabel Family TV just said there, the children will not even want to take you serious. And when it comes to you being serious, they're like, "Oh, I don't believe our mom." And the children some children will even say to you, "Mom, you're lying. Dad, you're lying." There's something, as they grow up, they would say things. So it's really important, like, like you've been promising and you never fulfill. So it's really important that let our yes be yes and our no be no. What we can't do, let us not promise and say, "Oh, we are going to do it." A talk with you, yes, they wouldn't believe, oh, at all. I'm telling you, they won't. It's just the same. Like, for example, let's put children aside for 1 or 2 minutes. We are all adults. Okay, let's say, for example, talk with Richie. You promise that you're going to do something for me next week, Monday. And come Monday, you did not do it for me. You are like, "Oh, don't worry, I will do it for you." You did the same thing 2 times. I'm expecting you to do something for me. You did not do it. The third time, I'm not going to take you serious. I'm like, that's just who she is. She will never keep to her promise. So now let's look at children. And when you look at it, like I said, most of the things that we're doing, we're not directly teaching these children. It's indirectly. They're watching what we do, they're watching what we say. So they won't believe you. So when it comes to the time that you would even want them to believe you, they won't believe you. You say something, "I don't believe you, Mom. I don't believe you, Dad. I don't think you're going to do it for me." So it's really important. Let's take notes. Little ways, little things that we're doing that we are not mindful. It really goes a long way. It's very important. Like I said earlier, positive role model. It starts from us. Okay, it starts from us. Like, we can't give what we don't have. It's really very important. There are some things that we want to teach our children. It starts from us. We have to make that sacrifice. I thought we are our children's mirror. I'm telling you, we are our children's mirror, and everything that we do will influence their lives, like I said, positively or negatively. You don't need to teach a child. Like, if you go to a child, you're telling a child, "Be good, be good." You don't need to teach that child to be good. The child will watch you, the way you behave. You want a child to speak nicely to people, and you as the adult, you as the parent, you're being rude to people. It's going to, indirectly, the child will be rude. You just say, "Well, it's okay to be rude." So it's really important. Like, today as well, when I was coming back from work, there was something on the radio in relation to, it's not particular here in Ireland, it's in the UK, about there are some things that children are exposed to now. There was one app, they said there's an app now, they can download it on their phone. The app can make children to change, that a lot of children are accessing this app, that there's a app that can make them to be thinner if they want to be thinner or something, that there's a app that can make them to change their facial features and all that. And a psychologist was on the radio saying this is not good for children. That is like children want to be what they are not, trying to prove what they are not. And they were just giving few tips in relation to how to go about this. And this person said, the psychologist said, it starts from the parents. That, for example, you as the parent, if you don't want your children to be watching TV too much, if you don't want them to spend time too much on their iPad, you have to lead by example. So they are saying it's not for you. And this is what I've been saying all the time. They were saying, "Oh, Dara, oh, good topics. Keep pushing. Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you." And they are saying that it's not you saying things to children. You have to model this behavior you want children to exhibit. It's not you saying to your child. Like, I've somebody said to me that there was a comment on Facebook, and like I always try every of my topic to link it to things that I've observed or seen, so that you'll be able to understand where I'm coming from. I read something on Facebook yesterday or 2 days ago in relation to a parent asked a question. I'm part of all this Facebook group that talks about children, parenting, and all that. So a lady, a lady a mother posted a question on the Facebook saying, "Is it possible for children not to have access to TV at all? That what's the benefit of children not watching TV during school days and all that?" And I can see how the testimonials coming up. This is mainly applicable to Nigeria now. And I saw all the testimonials that people were saying. Like a woman was saying her children didn't have access to TV except only an hour a day, or at weekends she always give them time. And she said these children said they did well in school. That some of them, they did their WAEC, for some of you that are conversant with Nigeria, they did their WAEC once, JAM once, and they're in the university, they got scholarship. So people, they were saying a lot of benefits of controlling screen time for children. And one of the things they said that really struck me, I remember in my video I said the same thing. They were saying it starts from parents as well. Like you don't want your children to watch TV. You parents, you are saying to them, don't watch TV. But in front of TV, you're glued to the front of TV. Okay, go away. Go and do something. You're not leading by examples. And some of the parents came up with a comment to say, some of them said they don't even watch TV until when their children go to bed before they watch TV, just for them to be able to lead by example. So you get where I'm coming from in relation to positive role models. They said they will always wait until maybe their children, somebody said our children go to bed 7 o'clock or half 7. That's the time if she wants to watch TV, because they are in bed, so they won't see what she's doing. So it's really important. I'm just citing this example in relation to, being positive role models to children. We have to lead by example. You want your child to do something, you have to lead by example. You have to show and tell. It's not just tell. Telling will not work. You show them and tell them and let them see the reasons. Because when you look at children from birth to 6 years, it's easier, you can tell them things. But when they start to grow up, you need to let them see the reasons. Thank you, Mirabel Family TV. You need to let them see the reasons why they can't do this. You're telling a child not to lie, to tell the truth. You need to let them know the reasons why you always want them to tell the truth. You let them know that if they keep lying, like what Mirabel Family TV said, if they keep lying, the days they are telling the truth, you're not going to believe them. It's applicable to parents as well. You're promising your child, don't worry, next week I will buy you this, next week I will buy you, next month I will buy you this. And then the time that you're serious, they're not going to take you serious, because here comes again our mother, the liar. But even though they are not saying it to you, but that's it. So it's really important in relation to being positive role models. Let us lead by examples, okay? Children tend to behave the way people around them behave. Children are social beings, okay? They are social beings. They just conform in the ways that everyone in the society conform. They behave the way everyone in the society is behaving. It's really important. Like I said, an example, a child in the environment where they use bad language, the child is going to grow up, he will see bad language as a thing that they're used to. They will see it as an habit. It's a daily thing. It just flew from them. Like I remember one time, I have somebody that I know, she's always used to using these bad languages. And then she told me, my son dare not use it. I always tell my son can't use it. And I told her, me, I will say things. I just said, you're not leading by example. You're telling your child not to use this language, and you yourself, you're using this language. It will get to a point, the child is still young, the child will listen to what you're saying. But the child might not be using the language where you are. You don't know, with their friends, with their peers, you don't know if the child is using this language. So it is really important that children are naturally social beings, okay? They are conformed in such a way that they pick up things from people around them, from their peers, things that they see influence them a lot, things that children watch influence them a lot. It's really important, okay? So another thing is we need to teach our children to have manners, okay? In relation to social etiquette, manners is really very important, okay? Nobody is typing, everyone everyone is just watching me. Okay, let's go. I want to hear your opinion in relation to the topic. Everyone is just relaxing. Let me do all the talk. Okay, so I want to hear your opinions, guys. You're listening. Oh, okay. I thought live streams is supposed to be interactive. I thought live stream is supposed to be interactive. Let everyone contribute. I think I need water. Let me. I'll tell one of my boys to get me water. I still have 6 amazing people. Thank you. 15 thumbs up. 7 amazing people. Thank you. So I'm here. Everyday matters. You can't just tell me we are here to learn from the expert. Everyday matters. Go away. FR. Oh. FR, we are here again. It's good. Maybe you will help us to contribute to today's topic. Since nobody is talking here, they said they are learning from the expert. I don't know which expert they are learning from. Sharon and the family, you are not listening. Oh, don't just listen. Please contribute. I'm tired. Look, I'm drinking water. I coughed a while ago. So come on, talk. I'm telling you, you can't be listening and be doing all the talking. Let us learn. Every one of us, we need to learn. FR, how are you today? Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate your support. Thank you. You see, FR is asking what is the topic. He's going to contribute. If everyone can contribute, somebody that just came in, every day matters. I'm waiting for your points. That's the way you're always coming out. Okay, FR, we're just talking about how to teach children social etiquette. So we're talking about ways we can teach children social etiquette. And I gave a definition of social etiquette is yes, we need to be positive role models. And so that's what I've been saying before. Another example, everyday matters. Are you giving me back what I gave or what? Don't come here. Attack retreating. How do you even know that you are next? I said, let me finish with everyday matters. I will now come to some kitchen and lifestyle. I'm coming to you. So start be thinking and type what you have to type. Sharon and the family. Oh, yeah. So, FR, as my discussion is ways we can teach social children social etiquette. And in relation to, let me start thinking. Oh, okay, don't worry. I'll wait for all of you. If nobody's contributing, we will all sleep here today. I'm telling you, teacher want to learn too now. Tell me your personal experiences. FR is saying flogging them. So, FR, were you flogged when you were growing up or what? FR is saying flogged them. Every day, what I say, that's how you know bad students. Okay, so I want you to give me your share your life experiences now. Okay, for some of us that you're adults, you're a mother. Maybe while you were growing up, your parents, there are ways that they must have taught you social etiquette. I will use my own as an example. Even though in my time, you know, Africa and Nigeria, you know the way it is. There's no two way about it. So, as parents, as mothers, how are you teaching your children social etiquette? Tell us. I remember growing up, my parents, my parents, anything that has to do with lying and stealing, those two things, oh no, my parents ate those two things. And I am the same as well. As part of my rules in my house, it's the same two things, stealing and lying. It says I grew up with a mom, so yeah, every day. Now them they do part. That's how you know. Okay. So I'm waiting. Oh, 9 amazing people, 10 amazing people, 16 thumbs up. If you haven't given your host a thumbs up, Give your host a thumbs up. 11 amazing people. Wow. 10. You keep fluctuating. Give me a thumbs up as a comment. Thank you. Everyday matter saying my dad taught us table etiquette demands quietness when eating. Yes. And that's why, when you look at it, like everyday matters back home in Africa where we come from, in relation to when you're eating, they don't expect you to talk. But here in the diaspora, for some of us based in UK, USA, eating time is a time for family to gather and talk together. So you can see there's a conflict of culture. There's a clash in culture here. So it's really important. So for some of you on my LS, I know we are from different places. We are from different places. We are not in the same country. So whatever works best for you. Basically in Nigeria, if you are eating, they don't want you to talk because, you can choke. They don't want you to choke. But in the diaspora, in your family, when you're eating, is it, you see, Sharon is the same thing. I was taught no talking while eating. But abroad, as a family, Christabel Osawe say, hello, Matt from Adesos. Oh, she's my mom. Oh, Christabel, yes. yes. I remember I watched one of your mom's video and she featured you in, and I can see the way you're dancing. Christabel, you can dance, so. So what happened? Your mom forced you to come and listen to this. Mommy Adeze, what's going on? Yeah, Christopher, don't listen to what our auntie is saying. Christopher, good to have you here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate Christopher. Thank you. Thank you. Christopher is a child. And thank you for coming. Some will say, I think another one is teaching them to come. That's it. So I want to read everyone's comments so I don't make sure I'm skipping. Okay. So I read Everyday Matters. So like I was saying before, it depends on the country that you are. Like in Nigeria now, if you go to some homes, if you're eating, or in Africa, don't let me say Nigeria, because Sharon said the same thing, and Sharon is not a Nigerian, but even though she's an African, she can't talk while she's eating. But here in Ireland or any part of the world, you're sitting down with your children, it's a time for you to communicate. Sharon and family say it is very important to teach our kids etiquette. As it is now, I'm teaching baby to say good morning, good night, thank you, and more. As I'm telling you, it is really important. And one thing I would like you to know is when you want to teach children something new, the first few weeks or few days, it might be hard. But before you know it, if you're consistent, they will pick this thing up. They will just learn to deal with it. It's just rule around screen time. Okay, for example, maybe you want your children to use the iPad for 2 hours a day. Maybe they've been using it for 5 hours. It's going to be very difficult for you to change that rule. From now on, it's going to be 2 hours. But when you stick to it and let them know the reason why you're doing it, it's for your own health, because when you're glued on your iPad, you're sitting down, you're not giving. This is one thing I used to say to my children. When you're watching TV or you're on the phone, you're the one sitting down, you're not giving, you're receiving. And it's important that you give out. So you let children see the reason why you're doing it. It will be difficult for the first few days. There's going to be a clash and conflict. No. They want to talk back, but just be consistent. Say whatever you have to say. There's no need to you to be arguing with them. Sometimes when children, you talk to them, you tend to compromise. Oh, mommy, please now. And then you're looking at their facial expression. Okay, it's okay. Let's extend it for another 1 hour. You say your own and you just move forward. Okay? So Sharon is very good, and there's no age that is too small. Sometimes you see baby, I'll use Sharon as an example because I know you have a baby. You see baby, they do something to you, something that is wrong. They look at your face, facial expression. They want to see how you are going to react. And if they see you smile, they will do that thing again. So who is teaching them? Who is teaching baby to do that? I want everyone to start thinking, okay? Let's start thinking, including myself. Baby will do something, maybe they will bite you. Let's say they will take your hand, they bite you, they will look at your face. If you smile, you are telling them it's okay to continue to bite me. The child will take it and nearly chop up your fingernails. But when you correct them, no, you can't do that. The expression will change. No, you can. Your facial, don't stop it. So let's take note of this. So talk with teachers, say, oh, the truth is that I have things to contribute, but I don't like writing. I prefer talking. Okay. Don't worry, talk with teachers. I will download the stream here and I will bring you. Sharon and the family. Okay, sorry. Hello, okay. Chris, thank you. Thank you, Christabel. Thank you for coming. Oh, bye, Christabel. She just came to pop up. Oh, thank you. Yes, facial expression. My son always do that. I'm telling you, they will pick it up. So that's why it's very important. You know, this is one thing I say to people. They will say, oh, the child is a baby. You can't teach the child. The child is too young. Let's not make that mistake. It's when they are young, we need to catch them. You want a child to show respect to people, you start teaching them. You say good morning to people, good morning, auntie, good morning, uncle. You start to teach them and they will learn. And it's not just telling them to do it. This is one thing I do. I watch my kids. I watch them if they are going to greet that person or not. If they don't, I'll quickly correct them. Have you said hello to this person? So it's really, and I'm not saying that I'm perfect because I have, this, I have my own that I'm working on as well as a mother. But these are just few tips that I said it's important that, I come and share that we can all learn from. I'm telling you, facial expression is really very important when you're communicating with children. You want to pass a message. It's not a time you want to say to your children to do something, you're looking at your phone. Eye contact. I talk with you to say, my daughter will slap me and look at my face. If I smile, she will slap me again. But if I frown, she will leave my presence. That is it. I talk with Richie. Can I ask how old is this? And I know why I'm asking because I want to say something. And that's what our TV is saying very true. It is very true. You see, baby, especially the one that, when you're breastfeeding them, they give you a bite there. They look at your face. If you don't do anything, they will continue. But when you tell them, stop it, don't do that, they know it's wrong. They just want to test you. She's 1.5. So I'm telling you. And if you don't start to correct her, and thank God that you're correcting her, she will leave your presence. If you be think, and some people will say, oh, she's only young and 1.5, she doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't know what she's doing. How come she know that her hand is going to only your cheek? Why not your hand? Why not your head? Why is it your cheek? There's some things that we just take for granted. Oh, they are children. Some kitchen and lifestyle is laughing. I'm telling you. There's some things you take for, it's only a child. Leave her alone. It's only a child. Sharon is saying, I've suffered for this bite you. Fitness study training. Thank you. I'm telling you, you've suffered for it because you did not take the bold step that you're supposed to take. A child like that biting thing, you quickly take it, take it out. Don't do that. It's not good. And it's not just once. One thing I want you to know is that when we're teaching children social etiquette, social norms, it's not just once, and let it not be like that. Or you're telling them, constant reminder. You have to be reminding them. Even if you have the one that, in relation to social etiquette, they are the best, they are well behaved, they are this, you still have to be reminding them. You still have to be reminding them, oh, it's good for you to show respect to people. It's good for you to be nice to people. You have to be reminding them. You say it informally, like you're having a conversation with them. It could be maybe you want to drop them in school. You just, in a friendly manner, you just have this chat with them. It is really important. Thank you so much, everyone, for your contribution. I really appreciate it. Every day matters. No contribution. Only your dad said, I want another one, please. Okay, it's really important. We need to teach children to have manners. Please and thank you. Please and thank you. Let it start from, simple thing as that. You give your children something, let them always cultivate the habit of saying thank you. And when they are doing these skills, it says, Anna Better, I totally agree with you. There is a saying, charity begins at home. It begins at home. Adesios always saying, very necessary. Everyday Matter is saying, hello, fitness, we need your contributions. Everyday Matters, I'm talking about you. You are nominated. In relation to children saying please and thank you, we are helping them to learn the skills to be grateful, to be grateful when people give them. And one thing is, these children, they are so smart. You teach them something now, it will be a little bit hard, but by the time they get it for life. They will never miss it. It's something you're teaching your children to greet. It will be hard. Maybe you have a child that doesn't like to greet. You start to teach that child. The child will be used to it without it will even get to a point. You yourself might even say, this greeting is now too much now. There are some children, but it's very good. I talk with teachers saying, why I was breastfeeding, if my children bite me, I will bite them back once and do it 3 times, they will stop. But please don't bite your kids, so I know now better. That is it. What a talk with teaching is saying, I will not support that. But there are ways that you can go about it. Just like what she said. No, and you need to be firm. You know you have a child biting, and people will say, the child doesn't know what he's doing. The child, he doesn't know, she doesn't know. Says who? Some kitchen is saying prayers before anything, before they start their day, no matter how short after the day is over, like it. I'm telling you, I so much believe in prayer, and it has really worked for me, and I'm still using prayer. Above all, this is all about my faith now. I know some of you might not have the same faith that I have, but above all, we can't do anything without God. All these things we're talking about, we have to teach children social etiquette. It is only God that can give them that spirit to listen and obey. It's another thing for you to teach. It's another thing for them to take instructions. I want us to get that. That's why let's look at it. Sometimes you see some children come from a very good family, a very good way, and then you see the child doing opposite. And people will be like, this child is not so. It's not as if they are not talking to you. They are talking to you. You just don't want to listen. Sometimes it's not that these children don't want to listen. It's not that they don't want to listen. There are some spirits as well. Like I said, they are influenced by their friends, peer pressure, a lot of things that they say. Sometimes some of the children that our children are moving with, some of them, their own belief, their parents' belief is different from our own belief. Their parents' training is different from our own training. And it's going to be a clash. They'll be saying to our children, no, we don't do this at home. That's not how to do it. The parents, So it's really important. They say it takes the grace of God to bring up children. I'm telling you, it really takes the grace of God. Like I said, we can't do anything. Prayer is a must. Everything that we're doing, even for some of us that we're content creators, prayer, we still need prayer. It takes the grace of God. So fitness is saying we need to stop them when they are doing wrong things. That is it. We need to correct them. And I want you to know, in relation to correction, let it be in love. Correction in love, in love, in love. When we want to correct our children, we do it in love. Even though if they do something wrong, we still have to correct them in love. If you have a child that is misbehaving, you are not going to say to the child that you're going to cease to be my child again. It's not possible. If you do that to the child, you're sending the child away. And maybe the child will go to somebody else or somewhere else that they will take the child, and they start to teach the child something else, which is not what we believe or our own family value. So it's really important. If the child has done something wrong, you correct them in love. Let them see the reason why. And they say, let's emphasize on correct them in love. I will. Oh, Trisha Nobu. Sis, thank you so much for coming. I haven't seen you for such a long time, my LS. Thank you so much, Sister Trisha Nobu. She's been an amazing supporter. I always see you comment on my videos, sis. I really appreciate you. Thank you so much. We're going to emphasize on correct them in love. I'm coming to that. Let me just read a talk with Richie. We're doing well, Trisha Nobu. We're doing well. I started teaching my kids prayers very early. And now if you tell them to pray, they will just say some incorrect words and say amen. But I'm happy they know they need to before eating and sleeping. It's really very important. Oh, she said, I appreciate you. You're very kind. Thank you so much, Sister Trisha. I really appreciate you. And I always enjoy your video. There's this particular one that you did on the dedication. You know, the way you were trying, that you were cooking and dancing. I was just like, you're very good, Sister Trisha. Keep up the good work. Keep up the good work. So let's emphasize on correct them in love, like Sister Adese Osawe TV said. It's really very important. You know, there's some things that they would, hi sis, I have to go, but we run this late. I'm enjoying. Oh, some kitchen and lifestyle. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming. Thank you, thank you. You're enjoying the topic. I know everyone is busy. That's the thing with Whitey. There's no time that will be convenient for everyone. Everybody is busy. So that's why I said whenever I see people come here to support me, I don't take it for granted. It can't be taken, when people come to support us, it shows that they love us, they care. Thank you so much. 11 amazing people watching. Please do well. If you haven't given your host a thumbs up, give your host a thumbs up. People like Everyday Matters that they always forget to give host thumbs up. I know my friend is going to kill me for this after the LS. So, correction in love. It's really important that we correct our children in love. If they do, everyday matters. If they do something, there's ways we can correct them. We can go about telling them, oh, this is one thing that you like. For example, if you have a child lying, the child is not telling the truth. You don't have the right to condemn the child. You're always lying. You're always lying. You're always lying. And there may be one particular time this child is not the one lying. But because this child is always fond of lying, you will say you're always lying, you're always lying. So as parents, it's really important that whenever something happens in the home, we should always hear our children out. Okay? And if there is this particular child, we can't forget thumbs up. Oh, no, I disagree. I'm always drops her thumbs up before coming in. Every time, every day matters. Most of the time, if she comes to, she always forget. Maybe she's just deliberately doing it for me because she's my friend now. So if she likes, she cannot give me thumbs up. She knows that I won't be offended. I talk with Chuchi is supporting you now. Everyday matters. Don't worry. Everyday matters. From today, a talk with Chuchi should be your best friend. Then go for her, okay? Everyday matters. From today, let a talk with Chuchi be your best friend. Because she's taking side now. Trisha was a funny you host. It's just between myself and everyday matters. I know I'm in trouble after this LS, but this is my LS, everyday matters. Richie would be very happy. So you'd be very happy to be Richie's best friend. Go for it then. I don't mind. I don't mind. I'll call her back later. Just cut it here. So, like I was saying, it's really important that she wants me to adopt her. Yes, we can adopt her. So it's really important, like Sister Trisha is saying, but on a serious note, some people forget. I'm telling you. I didn't say, Sister, I didn't say every day matter. She love you the same anyway. Deep down, you might. I thought she's already my adopted mother. Okay, so no problem. So, like we were saying before, all right, this is sounding interesting. I like the way we're bringing humor into it. Everything doesn't have to be serious, serious, serious. So it's really important. Like children, we have to correct them in love. And we should also know that these children, we are their guidance, okay? We have to guide them. We have to put them through. And it depends on the stages. I know my area is in the area of early childhood. It depends on children's stages as they grow up. Like especially the teenage years, they want to be in charge. They want to take authority. But we need to guide them in love. Humor, that's where I come. So it's only humor you come in. Topic now, you won't come in. It's okay. So it's really, oh, hey, my bunny, hey, my bunny, hey, my bunny. Look at them dancing. Hey, bunny, hey, bunny, hey, bunny. Bunny, how are you doing today? Do well to thumbs up. Every day what I say, you do. So, like I was saying earlier, I told you I will show up when you least expect. I am okay. I'm telling you, I was just still discussing with every day. Was it yesterday or today? And it's true. You just showed up. Thank you. 9 amazing people still here to support me. Who am I? I really appreciate you all. So, like I was saying, it's really important that children, we have to correct them in love. And we are their guidance. We are there to put them through. Most of these things, children, they don't know them. It's for us to put them through and let them know that this is the right way to go. Okay? We train them in the way of the Lord. She said I was being so unexpected, so I had to throw you up by not coming. I can surprise her. Sister Trisha is saying great topic. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you. It's really important that we have to put them through. There are some things that these children, they don't know. They want us to teach them. Like this simple thing that we're saying, please and thank you. Like, for example, you want your children to bring something for you. They bring it, you tell them thank you. Some people might even say, why will I tell my child thank you? Why will I say thank you to my child? It's not just you. Good, I wasn't feeling super well this morning, but now I'm doing okay. Just, oh, that's good, that's good. Bonnie, everyday matter says she was actually expecting you. So, like I was saying earlier, it's really important. Simple thing, teaching children manners, to have manners. Please and thank you. Other ways you can, showing respect to people, speaking nicely to people. It starts from young, okay? And you, as the parent as well, you're leading by example. You're talking to these children nicely. So Bunny is saying it would have been disappointing if I did not turn up. I will understand that you're busy. And then says I to be saying true. Thank you so much, ma. Please and thank you. And we have to, there's some things that I know we all have our own culture. Like as an African, we have our culture. There's a way we want to parent. But there's some things that we can learn from this modern parenting. This please and thank you. Let children have respect. And no problem to your sister Trisha. No, take your time. No problem. No problem. No problem. Just take. I really appreciate you for even stopping by today. I really appreciate it. I'm not going to take this for granted. Thank you so much, sis. Thank you, everyone that are still here. So it's really important. Simple thing as please, thank you, talking to people nicely. It starts from us, talking to our children nicely. Not that you want to do something. Sister Trisha, see you soon. Not that you want your children to do something. Go and bring me that spoon, Joe. I came back from school and just okay, but you just do your thing, do your thing. Not, speaking rudely to your children. Go and get me that milk from the fridge. Go and do this. Be polite to them as well, and they're going to learn these things. Like I said, children pick up things from the way we behave to them. They will pick it up. Oh yes, my mother is actually nice to me. My dad is actually nice to me, and they would, Jamilu inculcate this habit, and they will pass it on. They will pass it on. Okay? Like even in relation to teaching children manners, it could be simple thing as they grow with it. They grow with it, sister. They grow with it. Like I said, you want children to do something or there's a skill that you want to teach them. The first few days or week will be a little bit trickish and difficult. Let's be sincere, because there's going to be a clash of conflict. My mother wants me to do, my parents want, but when you stick to your rules, they will just conform to it. Even in relation to manners, you could have rules around having manners, telling children to have manners. Paste it on the wall. 1 second, please. I'll be right back. 1 second. Sorry. So it's really important, like having manners in relation to rules and all that. And you paste it, like for example, if you have young children, paste it somewhere that they can see it, and you be reminding them. You remind them. It could be simple thing as maybe rules around, screen time. You let them know you can only have it for an hour. Even maybe when the 1 hour is over, you see them, they might not want to put the phone down. You can see the face, but you yourself, you have to be there to monitor them, to put them through. It's really important. It's not just you saying things to them and you let them, you have to be observing them. You have to tell them, okay, this is what I want you to do, and see to it and monitor them when they do it. It's not you want them to do something and you're not there, they'll do something opposite. Okay? And also sharing. Sharing is important. Teaching children how to share in relation to social etiquette. As time goes on, these children, host, I'm on the background making dinner. Okay, so thank you so much. I talked with Chuchi. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate. I think in the next 25, I'm going to stop at in the next 25 minutes, I'm going to finish myself. Instead of two and two, I'll just do an hour and a half because I'm trying to always, keep it short. So, like I was saying earlier, a simple thing as teaching children to share, share. It will get to a time that children they don't want to share. You have to teach them to share because it starts from when they are young. Because when these children grow up, they are going to be sharing. They'll be sharing when they go to primary school. They are going to be sharing with people. They're going to secondary school. By the time they grow up, they're going to the university. They are working. They'll be working as a member of a team. So if a child is not used to working with people with sharing, it's going to be a little bit difficult and challenging. So simple thing as teaching children how to share with turn taking. Okay, you let them take turns. Maybe sometimes they come to you, they want you to give them something. Even though that thing is there, you might ask them, okay, they should go and sit for 5 minutes or 10 minutes before they have that thing. You're teaching them how to take their turns. You're teaching them to wait their turns. It's not all the time, when children want something, you give it to them. Even though that thing is there, you let them wait. Sometimes you let them wait. Oh, they want biscuits, they want juice. Okay, when I'm ready, I will let you go and take it. Gracefully Ade TV. Thank you so much, ma. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate. Thank you for that amazing thumbs up, ma. How are you doing and how has your day been? Everyday matter saying my mom taught me to be content with what I have by serious beating. I can't I can't forget. I'm telling you, you're good, ma. Thank God that you're good. We're good as well. We're just talking about how to teach children social etiquette. So we're just teasing out ways we can teach children social etiquette. And back to what you said, everyday matters. Your mom taught you to be content with what you have by serious beating. You can't forget. And look at you today. I bet you're contented with whatever you have because you got that training. You see some people as adults now, they're not contented with what they have. They have enough, they still want to covet what other people have. They have 5 things, and somebody that has 2, they still want to take 1 from that person that has 2. And like the saying they always say, like my pastor used to say that. My pastor would always say, I'm over content. I'm telling you, my pastor used to say that, when he says these kids, you can shape them and mold them. But adults, my pastor used to say, adults, we are like crayfish, we cannot be bent. That he is not concerned about we the adults, that he's concerned about the children. That the children, you can train them, tell them things, in a lot of things. But he said, we as the adults, we are crayfish, nobody can bend us. So Sister Grefili Adetibi says you're right. Thank you so much, ma. So like every day was saying, you got that training. Be contented with whatever you have. It's not now you see somebody achieving things. And that was what I said yesterday in the Sunday school in my church. I was saying, sometimes you see a lot of people, even as adults, I wish I'm like this person. I wish I'm like this person. Is that how we are going to continue to wish and wish and wish? It's really important because we are not contented. Let's not mix it together. Contented and complacence. Okay, complacence is you're relaxed. You know you can do better, but you're relaxed. Instead of you to work harder to be a better person, you're just relaxed. You're happy with your little achievement. Okay, at least I'm getting 50 views on my video. I'm okay. There's nothing for me to work more on. I'll just relax. That's your complacent. Okay, but being not contented is being greedy. Is you want to have everything. You have yours, but other people, what other people have, you want to take it to join it to yours. So it's really important, at least Everyday Matter said, you got the beauty to be content. So it's really important. There's a lot of things that we have to teach our children from when they are young. We start to instill all these things in them, discipline them. So, like I was saying, in relation to turn taking, sharing, okay, you can say to children, maybe you purposely buy them one thing that they have to share. Okay, it could be an iPad because you want to teach them how to share or turn taking. Okay, Sarah is going to have the iPad for an hour. Okay, and then Connor will have it for an hour. And then Sarah, you can have it back for an hour. So you can see that Sarah is going to learn how to take turns because she knows that when she finishes using it for an hour, she's going to pass it on to her brother or to her sister to use before she gets it back. So it's really important. Little ways you can teach them, which is different from you going to the child and say to the child, you must share, you must take turns, you must take turns. There are ways that you can go about it. You teach them, you buy something for them, you let them share it together. Sister Destra Osaweti is saying they should know that sharing is caring. Very important. And when you look at it these days, a lot of things that you see people do in the community, some people do things they don't even care, like human feelings. They don't care what people feel. You see some people they want to have everything to themselves. They don't care they are not contented with just want to have everything. And just like what Sister Desha said, they should know that caring is sharing, which is true. We all have to care. In relation to social etiquette that we're talking about, we need to teach our children to care for their community. That brings me back to the next topic, caring for their community, caring for their siblings, caring for their own things as well. Oh, all round events. Thank you so much for coming. Good evening. Thank you so much. I think this is the first time I'm having you in my LS. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. We're just talking about ways we could teach children social etiquette. So how can we teach children, the rules of in the community, social behavior, how to behave in a way that is acceptable in the community. So it's really important as well. They need to know that sharing is caring, caring for their things. You see some children sharing together will make them grow in love. Thank you so much, ma. Oh, thank you so much. All round event says night talk. Gratefully Ade TV saying sharing together will make them, it will definitely make them grow in love. And it starts, like for example, siblings. We need to teach them. There are some siblings that they can't tolerate themselves. There are siblings that they can't play together, they can't do things together. But it's really important that, sharing together will make us to grow in love. We will love ourselves. We'll be our brother's keeper. I'm telling you, it's really important. It starts from all these little things. Let them care for their things. You buy them something. Let them be in charge. You buy them a particular toy. And children like to be in charge of something. You buy them a particular toy. You say to them, "Oh, this is for you, and you have to take care of it." Or they have a plant. They have a plant. You say, "Oh, this is your plant." They will take care of the plant. They are taking on responsibility roles. They water the plant in the morning or before they go to bed at night. So you can see they are taking charge. It's not you, the adult, you're in charge. They will learn to mind all their things. And this is the skill that they are learning as they grow up, that yes, I'm responsible for myself. I'm responsible for everything that I do. All around the event to say, speak on there. Thank you so much. You know, by the time you let children be in charge, they would learn the skills to, yes, any actions that I take, it has motivational speaker. I'm not a motivational speaker. All right, event. I don't think I'm a motivational speaker. Am I, everyone? I don't think I'm a motivational speaker. Sister, that's what TV is saying. You like my flow. Thank you. It makes them happy too. Yes. And this is how you say, I am, please. Really. Every day matters. Am I a motivational speaker? Tell me, I don't know. Yeah, she's our expert. I don't like the word motivational. I think I still prefer inspirational speaker. I think inspiration, I'm just inspiring people. Our professor, professor for where? I claim it to Jesus' name. Who knows? They'll just dash me one professor. I'll just take it. I don't mind. Everybody likes better things. So, yeah, thank you so much. All round event, I really appreciate you. All round event, where are you based? This is the first time I'm seeing you in my LS. I'm trying to, I've never seen you before. I'm trying to pick a name to that, pick the face to that name. Sister Geflaris, you are a motivation. I keep it up. I am both. Bam. Sister, that's why I say you are all of the above. Every day matters. Ah, thank you so much, everyone. I drop my heart for all the compliments that you are giving to me. All around the event says we are family. I must check you out. I must really check you out after my LS. Thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate you. I'm just learning. I'm a girl learning myself. Like I said, every one of us, we are learning. I'm not an expertise when it comes to parenting, but we're trying our best. We'll get there by God's grace. So, like I was saying, teaching children to take care of the community is very important. And when we look at it, what makes a community? Family make up a community. For some of us in Nigeria, well, define the word community. Community consists of families living in a community, in a society. So, family makes up the community. Family makes up the church. Okay, so teach children to take care of their communities as well. How can you teach children to take care of their communities? Not to be littering the floor. You see some people, they will just throw tissue paper on the floor, can of Coke. They just, Sister Gesrades, I'm glad to be here. Thank you so much, ma. I'm really humbled, everyone. To my amazing people watching, I'm really humbled for all the, positive feedback that you're giving to me. I appreciate you all. I'm not going to take this for granted. And like my saying, there's a Bible passage that I really love so much that has really been helping me. The Bible passage says, "It is not of him that willeth, but of God that showeth mercy." So it is just God that have shown me the mercy, that has given me this wisdom that I'm passing out to people out there. So all glory to God, and thank you all for all the positive feedback. I really appreciate. So, like I said, teaching children to take care of the communities. Don't just, teach a paper. And this sorry to say my favorite. I so much love, quote it literally good. I quote it literally. Thank you. I love that Bible passage. It really helps me. It makes me to reflect every day that everything that I am today, it's just by the grace of God. We can't do it on our own. Even though if you have all the doctorate degree, you're a professor, it is God that has given you that grace. If God has not given you that grace, you won't be able to achieve it and do it. So all glory to God. I just want us to note that even though it's not related to the topic, but it's really important that everything that we achieve, we need to know that it's just by the grace of God. For us to have a YouTube channel today is by the grace of God. For us to be monetized, there's some people that they are trying, they are not getting it. So why is it that we are getting it? Everything that we're doing is just working for us. So it's just the grace of God. And that's just my belief. I know some people are, that's just my own belief. And everywhere I go, I must share my own belief with people, okay? All around the verses, we can't do it without God. We can't. Definitely, we can't do it without God. So, like I was saying earlier, I have only 10 more minutes. So, at half 1:30, I should be finishing. So, in the next 10 minutes, we should be rounding this LS off. Thank you, everyone that has come. Okay. So, teaching children to take care of the community. And like I said earlier, it starts from us. You see some parents sometimes, they will tell their children they don't want them to throw things on the street. And you will see them, they are driving a can of Coke. They finish a can of Coke. You just see them out the window. Sister Adesa is saying, "Oh, so soon." Yeah. I'm just, I'm just tired because it's just continuously. I on Facebook, I always have my talk show on Facebook every Sunday as well. So I do my talk show on Facebook every Sunday, and then I do YouTube every Monday. So, so today I just said, I don't want to really be doing it too much. I normally do 2 hours. So I'm thinking maybe I would really be cutting it down to an hour and a half, because when you look at it, if you're doing too much of LS as well, and you're monetized, you're just, you're just here to share ideas with people. So, and let every one of us learn. She said, hey, yeah, Ekbel. Sister Desa, do you understand Yoruba? It's just God grace. We keep moving. We are moving through. We keep pushing. We can't give up. So, teaching children to, all right, I like your kind person whose foundation is grounded on the word of God. Keep it up. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And I just fluently, she said fluently. Okay. And I just want to quickly share something with you before I finish, even though I'm digressing a little bit. My student last week, I was teaching my student last week, and then I was teaching them in relation to promoting equality and diversity. And I said something to them, which I also want every one of us to benefit from. I said something to them that sometimes, in relation to promoting equality and diversity, there are some things that it doesn't have to agree with you, but in relation to promoting equality and diversity, you just have to accept it. So, for example, like religion now, I'm a Pentecostal, okay? Like, that's who I am. And people should be able to take me for who I am. So, let's say, for example, if you have somebody that is a Catholic now, the person will not say, oh, because they are a Catholic, they don't want to have anything to do with me. They don't want to respect my own religion in relation to being a Pentecostal. So, it's really important. Like, it's just to what all around the event said. Without God, we are nothing. So I always let people know, even my students, everywhere I go, I let them know. And whenever discussion comes that has to do with religion, I let them know this is my stand. And I would say, even human rights, you have the right to your own opinion. And not everybody will agree to your own opinion, but you still have to let them know where you stand. Okay, so it's really important. Without God, we are nothing. We are definitely nothing without God. We need God to survive. Every day of our life, we need God to survive. It is only God that can help us to survive, that can help us to achieve everything that we want to achieve. And another Bible passage that I also love is Paul planted, Apollo watered. It is only God that grants the increase. It is really important. If God has not given you the grace to do if God has not given me the grace to be here today, I might only be planning yesterday and say, oh, today is my LS. I'm going to do my LS. It's good for us to plan. But what if something happens and I'm not able to come here today? But God has made it possible that, yes, definitely I've planned and it will surely come to pass. So let's really take note of this. It's very important. Without God, we are nothing. So we should, everything we want to do, we should commit it to the hands of God. Every of our daily activities, whatever we're doing, that God should take charge and help us. So in relation to Sister Adesa is saying amen. Thank you so much to my 8 amazing people. I like that Corinthians quote. I'm telling you, I so much, and there's some Bible passage that you read that it will give you joy. It will give you that peace of mind that everything is settled with you. So you won't, and that's why it brings back to being content with what you have. You won't be looking at somebody else and say, how come this person is having 1 million views? You are only this thing. You will surely get there. It might take time. The delay of God is never a deny. It's just a matter of keeping pushing and having confidence in God that you serve. Sometimes God that we serve, most of us, we don't have a personal understanding of who He is actually. We want God to do something for us. We need to activate. We wave around, including myself. I'm not saying I'm perfect. We begin to think, God, can you really do this for me? Is this thing possible? Within us, we already have that doubt. But let me just ask in prayer, Joe. Let me just pray. So it's really important. So in relation, like some of the skills that we've talked about today is really important. Let's cultivate the habit of teaching our children social etiquette. Just in conclusion, it starts from us, We have to be positive role models to our children. If you're a teacher as well, if you're working with children, you need to be positive role models. Do things, let children do as I do, not do as I say. You know, there are some people, they will just say, it is what I say that you do, but they are doing the opposite. So as parents, we should look at it. We are influencing life. And everything we're doing, our children are picking this from us. And indirectly, we would influence them. We don't have to say things to children before they watch what we do and they act on what we do. They just pick this up generally and they tend to behave the way we behave. And researchers has proven this, that children, their social norms, they are conformed in a way that whatever people around them do, they just pick it up. They are social beings. They pick up things that people around them do and they just go with the flow and they do it. So it's really important. And like we said, we can't do anything without the grace of God. So committing our children into the hands of God, praying for them that God should help them every day, that God should lead them through. It's very important. If without the grace of God, we can be telling them about all these skills. Do this, do that, do that. It's still the grace of God. It is only God that can help them to be able to listen to us and do what we're telling them to do. Thank you so much, everyone. Our 5 more minutes. Any questions, any contributions? So let me close my notes. I have you see this note next week, Monday again, by God's grace. um, all my points is always in my note. Thank you, Everyday Matters. You're saying great topic. That is how you escape, contributing. Sister Grefula, they say they are good at copying things. They will. I'm telling you. They will just pick what you're doing, and before you know it, they will just act out and, behave the way we behave. So it's really, I've cited an example. Children, you see children using bad words. Where did they learn to use bad words from? It's from people around them. You see a baby bite an adult. We look at the expression of the mother to see. All around the event is saying, pray for your video before you upload them. That's a very good one. Thank you so much. So let every one of us learn from all around the event. Thank you so much, around the event. At least we've learned something today from you. Sister Grace Fulade is saying, I really enjoy it. Thank you so much that you enjoyed today. Today's LS. Thank you. All around the event, thank you. That's a lovely contribution and it's very important. Like myself and Everyday Matters. This has been, so Alan, you've been here. Wow. Alan, thank you so much. You just came, you're quiet, you're not contributing. After you said flogging, po. That's it. Sister Desa, I say thank you so much. Each time I'm here or watch any of your video, I always pick something from your topic. Oh, thank you so much, everyone. And I'm telling you, you all really made my day. And this is just my only two way of imparting lives. Not everybody can be a preacher. Not everybody can be a pastor. But at least, every opportunity that we have that we can use to impact lives, that people are learning things from us, and this is what we are called to do here on earth: impact lives positively. Like I said, every one of us, we can't be a pastor, we can't be a preacher, but our YouTube channel, we are a preacher. Whatever area, whatever niche that we are passing a message to people. And let's always make sure that the message that we're passing to people, it has to be a positive message. It shouldn't be on our channel that they should be fighting. We are arguing, that people will be wondering what's going on this channel. So it should be something that will impact life positively. And I want to leave you with this note, okay? I want you to know that every day what I say, preach on, sister. I'm just going to leave you with this note before I go. It just quickly dropped into my mind. It is really important. I want you to know that everything that we are putting on social media, we are leaving a digital print. Okay, we are leaving a digital print. And these prints, they are going to be there for life. They are going to be there forever. Except maybe if you delete your channel, or you delete a video. And like myself and Everyday Matters, we're even discussing, what if somebody has downloaded that video? So it's really important that what we do today, it might impact in our future, either positively or negatively. So let's be mindful of the things that we do, not even on social media, our way of life. Let's be mindful because we don't know. Like I've seen somebody, the person went to apply for a job. The person did not end up to get that job over what the person posted on Instagram a few years back. The person did not know that that will be used against him on the interview. And it's common these days, if you're going for something, they will type your name up. They type your name up on Google or somewhere to see what will come up in relation to your name, especially when you're going for big, big jobs, big, big positions. They will just type your names, and if it comes up, they will just look at it. And maybe you've done some things, you posted something on Facebook. The way sometimes people are saying things, you just because you want to contribute. You went to say something. Maybe they are saying something in relation to somebody fighting, and then you go there. Yes, that person is true. I actually witnessed it. This is how this person behaved. We have to be very careful. It's a digital print. It's going to be there for life. When when our generation is gone, when other people are there, what are they going to say about us? And this cannot be changed. You can't go back and say, oh, I just, wow. Sister Desi is saying, my cousin lost a good paid job. Wow. You see what we're talking about? All around the event saying, you are so right, my sister. And I'm learning myself. I'm learning. They went through his face. That's why you see, I'm very, very careful. So recently, I was going through my Facebook page. I was like, was I the one that posted that picture? It wasn't a bad picture, though. It's just a picture of myself. I wasn't even looking good. I just posted the picture on Facebook. I'm like, was I the one that posted this picture a few years back? But now I'm very conscious. I can't just put anything out there. You have to be very, very. Look at what Sister Adese said. Wow, they went through his Facebook, and he never knew. Assuming he knew they were going to go through his. Sometimes we want to do things in a rush. There are some things that we are supposed to tidy up. We won't even remember to tidy it up. But look at him. They went through his Facebook. Maybe they found something. He lived reckless life days back. I'm telling you, and he's going to haunt him for the rest of his life, Sister Daisy. He's going to be like, if I knew, I could. And this is one thing I was saying to my children. One of my child was even saying to me that, children, when they go to school, they have to be very, very careful what they do, because if like you misbehave in a school, they say you should go to get another school, because they would ask. He thought he was a big boy then. I'm telling you, he'll be regretting his life that, assuming I knew, I should have not behaved this way. So, it's just a wake-up call for every one of us, including myself. I'm not leaving myself behind. So everything we want to do, let us remember. Let us always remember that this thing we are putting out there is going to be there for life. Even though if we delete it, just like what if somebody has downloaded that clip? And then maybe, and sometimes people, they will wait for you in the future. Maybe it's when you are at the top. If you look at it, for example, back home in Nigeria, all these people in the top, you see all the people, the videos that people are bringing concerning them years back. Like some of them that will say, they are a graduate. You see the way they will come back and say, graduate of which school? They will not bring the result of the person, that the person is a dropout, secondary school, the person did not finish. So where did they get all this information from? So let's just, God help us, let's just be careful, including myself. Let's be careful every day, the things we are doing. Sometimes there are some things we are not supposed to contribute to. People are saying things, but so that they should know that we are there, we are contributing. And then our contribution is there for life. They're not going to delete it. We might have thought that some things that we did years back, we are just doing, just like what you said, because we don't really care. So it's really important. I leave you all with this. May the peace of God be with every one of us. Thank you so much, everyone. And I'll see you next week, Monday, same time, by 5 p.m. Please, let's continue to support ourselves whenever we upload videos. Let's watch our videos. For those that are monetized, let's not skip the ads, okay? Let's continue to support ourselves. We will get there. He says, wow, many thanks, sis. We'll get there by God's grace, okay? Thank you so much. Much love. All right, everyone. Thank you. Some amazing people still watching. Bye, everyone. God bless you. Do mind yourselves and take care. Okay. Oh, all round event. Thank you so much. You're still there. After this LS straight away, I'm going to really check you up. I'll check you out. Thank you so much, everyone. Bye. Bye. Thank you. Bye-bye. Bye.